Pause.
Boys, that's right, I made a vlog. I'm basically Casey NEISTAT now. Or actually, I'd go as far as to say that Casey's probably got nothing on me. I am arguably the best vlogger ever. My vlogs are too good. My vlog, actually, this is the only one, but... So I guess it probably helps to provide a little bit of context. So for this vlog, I vlogged my Cathay Pacific flight to Hong Kong because I was having a layover to Bali. And the whole premise of this video, somewhat, is that Cathay Pacific, for the past few years, has been somewhat cooked. As in, they've never really recovered from COVID. So this time around, I really want to see if they somewhat recovered, if they're back at what they used to be, but I don't really know what they used to be because I never really flew Cathay before. So pretty much the entire premise of this video is just to see if Cathay's still cooked or if they clutched up. Welcome guys to another episode. You know, for the longest time, I've never known what's up there, and I still don't know what's up there. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I think Cathay might have actually locked in. I can't really show much because there's a bit too many people. I mean, it's not that crowded, but dude, they actually kind of locked in. Alright, voiceover time, because it turns out talking in a very quiet lounge is actually kind of a difficult task, so I'm going to be doing this throughout the video. But look at all this. You can kind of see the Grand Hyatt out there. The bathroom's spotless too. I'm not going to lie guys, I think we're off to a good start. So it's a pretty small lounge, and to be honest, I expected it's an SFO. It's not their headquarters or base, or not headquarters, base. It's not their base in Hong Kong, but to be fair, what they offered here isn't bad, and to be honest, I'd say the food is probably better than United Polaris, which is pretty impressive. So I think what's kind of hilarious is it's always on these Asian carriers, or I guess it's on other carriers now too, but mainly Asian carriers. They skip so many numbers for the seats because people are superstitious, especially in Asian cultures, and it kind of messes you up when you're trying to find your seat. But anyway, pause. I just want to point out that the Cathay Pacific boarding song is outrageously catchy. It has no right being this catchy. It goes ding 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 ding. I don't know why it's catchy. I just wanted to point it out. Yeah, they dropped off a hot towel, and by the way, it is burning hot. So I can't even really touch it right now, but it's pretty rare to come by nowadays to get hot towels. They do provide headphones, but I'm going to go on the safe side and assume that they're crap. So I have my own earbuds. They give a Bamford amenity kit. Take a look at that later. Then I think this is your bedding. You get some slippers, and I don't know. Here's a overview of the seat. It's kind of hard to capture. Here we go. I'm on 0.5. And they did come by with some pre-departure beverages. And of course, you get the mirror too. Always nice to have. Cathay Pacific flight, can I focus on that? CX873 with service to Hong Kong from San Francisco International. We're in seat 18A. I think they're all the same. I don't think they're... Actually, the front seats might have a bit more legroom. I don't know. I'm not going to care to check. Pause. I ended up checking anyway. They're all the same reverse herringbone seats. Well, I was going to show the menus, but I'm kind of flipping through them with one hand, and it's just a bit too painful to do. Actually, I guess it's not that bad. I think I'm gonna go with the Kung Pao for my main, and then I think the others, they kind of just defaulted. Yeah, we got some a cheese platter, and then these are your desserts. Nothing too special, but they give you this thing to hang up on your coat. We have a coat rack right here, so they give you this thing to hang. Jesus, they give you this thing to hang for breakfast. Jesus, my hands are dry. I don't know what I'm picking. I might do a Western. With the wine, I don't know. I guess I'll go with the... probably... I might just try the... Okay, that's not the right page. Jesus. Probably just gonna go with the Brut. So the seat's a little bit outdated, but for the most part, it still works. All the storage space, your storage space here, and it all looks very nice. By the way, I love the art in the... Hold on. I love the art in the cabin. We're off to a good start. I wouldn't say it's that cooked. I mean, if they're that cooked, then I don't know. United is probably all the way in the trenches. I guess United is in the trenches. This is kind of unfortunate to see. So I'm sorry, Cathay. I gotta knock you down a few points. So here's some good news. Apparently, business class gets complimentary unlimited Wi-Fi, and it's actually pretty fast, so apparently I don't need to watch Snow White after all. So this is dinner. We got some bread, rice, Kung Pao chicken, some type of soup, and some Brut champagne, and of course some water. So this is the cheese plate, and the FA also recommended some, I think this is Bordeaux, and this is George, is that how you say it? I don't know. No, admittedly, I would say that I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because everyone's sleeping right now. But admittedly, I will say that the food was quite mid. But that makes sense because catering here for this flight was out of San Francisco. And Cathay Pacific is obviously based in Hong Kong. So the best food is probably going to be out of Hong Kong where they're based. so I'm not going to count this too much against them.
Pause.
So just for reference, this is the catering out of Hong Kong. This was on my leg to Bali from Hong Kong. But that being said, I will say the food is somewhat inconsistent because on the leg back to SFO from Hong Kong, the food actually wasn't that great either. But I will say service is really good. Flight attendant did his best to get me as drunk as possible, so that's a very good sign. The internet works really well. It's incredibly fast. I'd say it's faster than Delta's internet right now, and Delta has pretty fast internet in the context of flights or airlines. In the status quo, I'm not gonna lie. I think Cathay might be cooking. It's got notes of alcohol. I'm basically a wine sommelier at this point. Okay, I thought it couldn't get any better, but it just got better. They just came around with chocolates. Come on, chocolates. Usually I don't film the labs because there's nothing special, but look at this. Yeah? That's pretty cool. So this flight attendant was actually the GOAT. He gave me this cute little Cathay Pacific plane toy which you can pull back and the wheels launch it. You know what I'm talking about. You know, you always know you're somewhere in Asia when you see the Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation logo slapped everywhere. That was a lot better than I expected. I'm in the shower room, by the way. Look at this. Look at that. It's pretty nice. It's a tiny little area, but it's cute. You get this sink. Looks pretty cool. And we have a dental kit, some Bamford stuff. They love Bamford. Oh shoot, wait. There we go, that's more like it. What the heck am I looking at? What is this? Oh. Is it a flight simulator? So we made it to Bali, and this is our first hotel. This is the St. Regis near the ocean, somewhere in Bali. I don't know where this is. And we're only supposed to stay here for one night. This is supposed to be a holding hotel, so that way tomorrow we can maximize our day in Sayan, Ubud, when we switch hotels. So we're only staying here for one night, but we got upgraded, and it's a big upgrade because we actually booked 2 rooms. One of the rooms was for my grandparents and my grandpa and my uncle, and the other one was for me and my parents. So this is what we got upgraded to. You get this grand villa entrance with, I guess it's hard to capture on camera. It's a little bit underexposed. It's kind of dark right now, but you get these water fountains to welcome you into here. Let's see what we have here. You umbrellas to the left, and this entire living room. The ceiling is incredibly tall. I think it's, what, 20, 30 feet. And you get this powder, I think that's what NEISTAT, the real estate guy, calls it. This is a powder room. This is the first bedroom, because of course you need, one bedroom isn't enough. You get this bathroom, and this is a fully equipped bathroom. You get your showers and whatnot. You have some goodies, and that is my bed for the night. And over here, this is the second bedroom, because of course just one bedroom isn't enough. Bathtub, and this is the master bathroom. So we did have an outdoor patio, but I didn't film it because recording in low light on an iPhone isn't the greatest combination. So here's some rapid fire pictures. And anyhow, the next day we moved on to the next hotel and cue the cinematic shots. So we made our way over to the next hotel. And I'm not gonna lie, it might be slightly better than a college dorm. Look at this, you get your own little pond, lily pond, on the top of the room, on the roof of the room, because of course, I mean, who doesn't have a lily pond on the top of their villa? Are you insane? There's a stairwell down to this little water feature. Hold on. Let's see if I can record this without tripping myself. And then you get down here and it opens up to your main villa area with the pool, because of course. And water, okay, water, that's fine. That's normal. I've seen water before. And you come in here and okay, there's a bed. I've seen that before too. There are, I haven't really seen that before. Well, maybe, sort of. And if we walk over here, okay, so this, I'm gonna admit, I haven't seen this before. And of course, yeah. Oh, by the way, just to be very clear, this hotel is not accessibility or elderly friendly whatsoever. Joe would absolutely die on these stairs. So, am I in frame? I think I'm in frame. Now I think I'm in frame. No? As you can tell from my backwards cap and my sunglasses, this is a very serious occasion. This is a very, very serious occasion because this area has presidential aura because obviously Barack came here. So I thought this would be the perfect place to officially announce my candidacy for President of the United States in 2044.